So, obviously, priority number one, I've got Impulse SV's video up right now on my other monitor, and I'm trying to actually figure out how to kind of adapt that. The biggest challenge we have on Spumcraft with the villagers is that the villagers, there's no baby villagers. These guys pop out fully grown. Yeah, I should probably keep an eye out for mobs over here like him. And him. And him. And you, and your friend. Come on, guys. I've had a rough enough day already. So, as soon as we clear these guys out, of course it would help if I came over here and lit this place up a little better. Unfortunately, I didn't really want to see grass blowing up, but I don't have much of a choice in that regards. But get out of here! Oh, come on! Yeah, skeleton near the map edge. This can't possibly go badly. Good. Oh, for crying out loud! Well, there's my fourth jungle sapling, at least. I needed to... Don't you dare shoot that pig, you little... Let's eat up. Okay. Anyways, this is exactly why trying to do anything on the server is a pain in the butt. Because you can't go anywhere that's been dark and may have had mobs loaded up without getting your frickin' butt kicked at them. And because everything is pretty much guaranteed to at least get one shot in, you take nothing but damage to your armor. Again, I'm still wearing the armor I don't really want to be wearing. I really should not be wearing my good water breathing set, essentially, out here. But I don't really have a choice. Cow gonna give me a heart attack. And not from eating the delicious meat. Beef? Yeah, and now, for our friends in foreign lands. Oh, come on! This is just getting gratuitous. I demand a review of the spawn rule here. Replay. The refs, I want a slow motion replay of that. I want another rolling. Anyways, I am doing this because I need to... First off... Alright, where are you coming from? The heck? Oh, good lord. Lighting glitches. Whoa, no, not lighting glitch. Legitimate cave. Wow, I had never noticed this spot before. Yeah, I know I should have gotten out of there, but... Okay, I guess I can't complain. Okay, I can complain about that. One piece of iron, little trolley game, you. Okay, no, not trolley game, trolley plugin. So as I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted by the second coming of the zombies, was that I need to have enough dirt on hand to actually make the farm. Now, the trick I have with designing this farm is that on the server, for whatever reason, with this particular plugin, the villager... Another one. Another mob. What the heck? I heard you, skeleton. I know you're out here. What I should really do is set up a hopper of chicken eggs over here, hatch a bunch of chickens on the island, and let the cats kill them for me, so I don't have to kill them. But that is coming a little later, I think. The problem is since we don't have baby villagers, all the villagers when they reproduce come immediately out as full-grown adults, which is great from a trading perspective. It means you don't really have to wait around to figure out if you've got something that's good or if you just want to go ahead and dump the what you've just created. And boy, that really sounds pretty awful when I put it that way, but yeah, you get to evaluate what you're getting right off the bat instead of having to wait for the villager to grow up. There's another spider over there. What the heck? Guys, look. I'm trying to record an episode here. I know that, you're hungry for my flesh. You want nothing better to do than to drain me blood. Well, you don't want my flesh, you just want my blood. But this is getting ridiculous. Anyways, there's another couple saplings. Good. Now I can definitely plant a full-fledged tree now. And yep, I got plenty of dirt. Okay, so let's head on back over to our entrance. Here's our nice little cow bunny. I don't know what I'm going to do with the bunnies. I have never tried to make a bunny farm. I've never really bothered with the bunnies. I've always just kind of had a live and let live attitude with them. As long as they stay out of my animal pens, I am perfectly content to let them live, but who knows, maybe I'll do something with them this server. So, what I need to do, for sure though, is build a bigger farm. Because the more villagers I can put out here, I think the better off my breeding rates are going to be. Now, where I'm built on the edge of this island here, I don't really have the room to do it. I mean, I could if I kind of expanded this bridge and ran it over the villager farm, but I really don't want to do that. Especially because these guys are noisy enough that I would really welcome the chance to, relocate them, please. Unfortunately, I don't think this shovel is actually going to last for this particular endeavor I have in mind, because the next step is to potentially scale down this area here. A, because it's going to be easier to get the villagers actually over here, and B, because when you look at the design that Impulse has, he's got a water elevator coming out of the farm to bring the villagers that breed up. Now the problem is I don't know if I can really pull that part off because there isn't any baby villagers, so there's no way to really find a way to keep the farmer down there and the villagers up. But what I can still do is make that a manual process, so that I could go in and have a spot of the floor that's sectioned off that they can't get into normally until I push a villager in there, and at that point I can raise them up and get them out of the farm. Because the one thing I don't like about the spawn farm is that with all the villagers that are in there, it's very hard to do any decent trading, because you're always tripping over the villagers that are there. There's no real way to easily segregate what's there, whereas if I can kind of put together something that takes them out of the area, I think that will definitely help. So we're going to go for a standard-sized, because I don't need... The nice thing about the farm is that it will effectively also give me some free carrots. Because I do want to see carrot production go up, because obviously now I have access to the... Now we have access to the Pigman farm. We've got nothing but tons of gold nuggets to make golden carrots. So I'm going to go for the standard 9x9 farm. So I've got my center bit here of water. I do have a lily pad I'll bring over. So I got 1, 2, 3, and 4 to fill that up. And I'm also going to apologize because I don't usually do any sort of building on camera like this. I'm really more the kind of person who wants to say, and let me just cut and go to the finished product. So, between that and trying to apologize for the chatty villagers, jeez. It's one thing when you don't have to listen to them, but I'm sitting with them I've got them right in my ear, literally, because of the headphones. And they tend to be pretty noisy at that part. Actually, let's use regular sand. I am just going to fill this in for now. I think I have enough. I can even get that layer down over there. Put some layers in there. Don't want to use up all of the sand that I've got here because I would really like to... I'm just kind of doing this so I have something to actually put building on. So, we've got our spot there. I believe over here at the airship I've got a hose so I can till the soil. We're also going to stop off and grab carrots on the way over. Now the question is, I don't really know what I want to build this farm out of. Obviously I've not been going out extensively and grabbing resources. I mean, I haven't harvested that farm since the last time. Gravestones. Okay, I don't know why we're looking for gravestones, but that's kind of a scary thought. Let's also top that off, so I've got the... Actually, yeah, I do need... For a full farm, it is, I think, Impulse did the same size farm, and it's 64 and 15. So, we're going to build our farm here, like I've been saying, and I'm just not quite sure yet. Let's see, I've got sugar cane here, but you know what? I can live without it, because I gotta do a drop off of this anyways. And what I'm going to do... I should have grabbed the... There we go. I got that fishing, by the way. Probably the silliest thing I've ever managed to pick up fishing so far. And like I said, I still haven't even taken care of that. That is going to come down at some point. Oh, you trolly game, you. You trolly game. The trolliest of all trolls has been trolled upon me. Alright, let's try that again. Preferably with the water in the frickin'... Times that Minecraft really does kind of tick me off. They're few and far between, but that was one of them. So, this is kind of our completely not up to building code foundation for the building. Jeez, I'm out of sand again. Good grief. Let's just grab these two for now, just to finish that off. Okay. That's our building. What we're going to do is, I think... This is kind of a weird idea I'm having. I know I said I hate jungle wood. I still do. It's the best description I've seen of it, is that it's diarrhea wood. But, let's face it, it's something I actually have plenty of. So what I want to do is actually spread out my lighting just a little bit. Because that is going to help ensure that between that and having some lighting in the corners, the building is completely lit. We can pass completely under it. Good. Now, for the planting. So, the question is the water elevator part. I'm going to have to figure out how I want to keep the adult villagers away from it, but still make it something that I can add, you know, kind of on my own initiative, make it so that they can then, I can route them into it. Now, the advantage of that is I get to pick who stays down in the farm. So if I get, you know, I mean, in all honesty, I don't know how I'm going to build the upper floor. I want to have some sort of ability to separate the villagers by trade, separate them out into the really good ones, and for the really bad ones, yeah, they're just going to have to be killed, because I don't really see any way to keep them around for anything. I'm not going to be building my own Iron Titan out here because, well, certainly not an Iron Titan, because that would just be overkill for resources. But right now I have no plans to work on an Iron Titan. That may change in the future. I don't know. Zones is working on the Iron Titan for Spawn. Well, not the Iron Titan. The Iron. He's building the design based off of Doc M's design with the various cells and whatnot. So it can easily be extended downward because obviously Void World. And yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking. So now I got to figure out what I'm going to make for an outside of this building. Again, I have to try to avoid the problem that I got into with the other building there. God, those. Now the question is, like I said, I need to build something in that will let me do, that'll give me a way to get the adult villagers out of the area, that I can engage, disengage at my own will, and still be able to kind of pick who and what is going to go of it. That's going to be the tricky part. it really makes more sense to use a minecart. The trick is, once I do that, where am I taking them is the next question. It makes more sense to do a second layer where they at least come out and kind of expand it over onto the hillside there if I have to, or back into the hillside for that matter. There's also one other trick I have to do here.